Hey, it's Entheojinn, and welcome back to Stratejinn, Rome, Total War. When we left off last time, we had conquered the city of Segesta right here, and we are now being menaced by this Gallic army as we move towards trying to conquer the city of Mediolanum. I think that we are going to have to try and fight this Gallic army before we go any further. So with that in mind, I think let's get started on this battle. So, attack neutral faction. There are no hostilities between you and this army's faction. If you attack now, it will be considered a declaration of war. Are you sure you wish to proceed? Yes. Alright, so they kind of do that. So we've got 336 men, they've got 373 men. You'll notice in the middle there's a clash of swords with a blue on one side, that's the friendly side, and the red on the other side, that's the enemy side. The ratio slightly favors us. They don't have any reinforcements, neither do we. We've got +1 to command. Alright, so we've got three options over here: fight battle on battle map, automatically resolve the battle, and withdraw from battle. This battle we're going to fight on the battle map. So now we're going to zoom in. Victory loves prudence, according to a Latin proverb. It's going to load up here for us. Alright, so we're in the very first battle.
Only a fool cares for omens and portents, no matter how bad they may be. We make our own destinies, and we are not ruled by the flight of some damn bird. The Gauls fool themselves and think they are our equals or better. I think they have the stench of death about them.
True.
They have been led here by strutting fools and blustering morons. Now they will pay the price. Those people have never met us on a field of battle. After today, they will flee at the sound of our approach.
Okay.
Brave Romans, prepare to defend yourselves!
Yep, so this is us. Alright, so we'll go ahead and start the deployment. I'm going to scroll out a little bit. So you'll notice that this are all of our units. The enemy are somewhere over there. Right, we can't see them. So we've got some Velites, who are missile throwers. We've got some Hastati, who are light infantry. We've got some more Hastati over here. We've got, I think, 6 units of that, plus some spearmen here. And we've got the bodyguards of my general, who are heavy cavalry. I have no idea where the enemy is. Basically, so part of the early part of the map is scouting out where the enemy is, trying to find them. We can't go very far away from our units. There's a little village over here, a paddock, that we can use as like fortification. So we can't deploy outside the marked area, basically. So but we can move our people forward a little bit. How do we want to do this? So these guys, so they give us little details about each of the units. These guys are idle, they're eager, and they're fresh. Pretty much everyone's going to be like that at the beginning of the march. You'll notice that each of these guys isn't doing anything at the moment. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the battle screen map. Alright, so you'll see that I have my general here. Right. So if I want to look at my general, I can simply click on him and it'll automatically go to the general there. I have a number of options. They're all grayed out at the moment because we can't do anything because the battle hasn't started yet, but they are stop current orders, group selected units, put group under AI assistance, and withdraw. We also have set unit formation to loose, enable skirmish mode, enable fire at will mode, special ability rally troops, that's what this guy has, and enable guard mode. And then they have the run, right? So each of these have a different options. Each of the troops. We don't have any archers, unfortunately. Alright, and then we have over here, we have a battle map which shows the direction of the enemy. Troops, we're the red guys, they're the green guys. We also have the game speed, which allows us to increase the speed at which the battle is taking place. And it tells us the time remaining. We have 45 minutes left to fight this battle. Let's have these guys. They're light. These guys are kind of light skirmishers. These guys are more of the backbone of our guys. And then these guys are sort of, we're going to hold them in reserve. So let's get everybody and have them all move up. So we're going to click on everybody.
General.
We're all going to move right here, so we can deploy them up as far forward as possible. There we go. Okay, so we're as far forward as we can go. We're going to start the battle. And then we're going to have them all move forward. They're all going to move out. At this early stage in the battle, have them walk. If they run, they'll wear themselves out. So we got to find the... There's the enemy. Okay, so we can see them up there. There's Gaul. We're moving, I think, slightly uphill, so they have a slight advantage. So let's try and move around so that they can't... So that we're not dealing with them coming downhill at us. Yeah, so this is going to take a little while to move your guys into position. Alright, so we need to go back here like this. Yeah, but terrain does modify how you're going to... how well you're going to do in the battle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and sweep around here to their right and hit them on their right flank here, like this. Which, if I'm lucky, will mean that they won't end up being able to use the terrain to rain enemy fire down on me. But again, if you make them run, they'll wear themselves out. So you don't want to do that. Alright, so going through the woods. Into the woods we go. These guys aren't moving yet. Apparently not. At least not as far as I can see. Moving on the movement of the camera on the battle screen is slightly different from the movement when it's on the main map. If you move to the right or to the left, you will rotate the camera. If you want to move it forward or back, you have to move forward or back. So you can't just scroll. You can't sort of strafe, I guess is the word I can think. So let's go ahead and go up here. Yeah, so we want to circle around and see if we can get above them. And then we'll charge them from the rear. Alright, so let's see if we can do that. The other possibility is we could have made a stand here, but since they don't seem to be moving towards us, I don't know what they have in the way of units. We'll say they may have some cavalry. I'm not sure. Let's take a look here. Yeah, we're down a little valley. So keep an eye on your troops' fatigue, because that will really determine how well they're going to do in the battle. You can use this forest for cover, but I don't think it's going to be enough to make do for the fact that we'll be fighting uphill. Alright guys, keep moving. Yeah, like 95% of the battle is you marching your guys around to get them in the right position. So if we can attack these guys from the side. Okay, so they got war bands, which are light infantry, so they're the equivalent of our hastati. I can't see anymore, they're not close enough. Okay, so there's where they are. We're going to keep these guys moving uphill. How are they doing in terms of thing? They're still fresh. So we're going to circle around and see if we can get above them. So more war bands, which are number about 60, and then they've got some units back there, which may be, I'm not sure what those are, those may be cavalry. So we're going to have those guys go up there. Yeah, so we're almost getting to the point where we're on level with them, and you can see these lines, these sort of tiling there. That kind of, I think, indicates like the sort of the topography of the map, kind of. They're not doing anything. They're standing there. So they're going to go up here. I'm trying to get an idea of what these two units behind them are. Barbarian cavalry and okay, so they've got skirmisher war bands. So they've got a pretty similar breakdown to what we've got. I think we've got an extra unit of light infantry though, but theirs are divided into 60 units. Ours are divided into 40 units. 40 men. So we've got 280 light infantry. They've got 300. Yeah, so there's their guys. They're just standing there. If we're lucky, we can get around behind them. So continue to march around behind them. We're actually reaching the edge of the map. Okay, they're rotating around us to come towards us. Alright, we're reaching the edge of the map. I don't think we're going to be able to get around behind them. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn towards them now, I guess. So we're going to rotate. My guys are going to rotate around and come towards them. I mean, at this point, there really isn't... I don't have enough units of different types to really do any kind of grand strategy here. I mean, I can do... maybe charge them with my heavy cavalry, but I'm going to hold them back. If your general dies, your guys will flee. You'll end up losing. Okay, so let's arrange these guys so they're a little... So you come over here. Alright, so they're kind of getting arranged, so they're a little better arranged. How do I want to do this? How do I want to attack? If we can provoke... I mean, on the one hand, we don't want to provoke them into charging us, because they might be able to break our stuff, but let's take a look here. Okay. So let's move these guys into a broad line, I guess. So that red line marks the edge of the map. They're not doing anything. So let's move these guys kind of into a line. The Triarii. So let's hold those guys back in reserve, as well as these missile dudes. I'm not a very good general, but I'm hoping to win this. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look here. Alright, so our guys are roughly in a line now. Our Hastati units are, so we're going to have them move towards the Gauls here, and once they're in range, we'll have them charge. Okay, so they're going to march over here. The Gauls aren't doing anything. Oh no, those guys are coming forward. Okay, so they've got their missiles coming forward. Alright, so they're coming forward. Alright, I want you guys to destroy those guys. Alright, then we're going to bring these guys up. I want them to move up so we've got them. Okay, so those guys are not doing anything. Let's go ahead and get these guys in here. These spear guys are throwing at us. We're not taking... We've taken a little bit of damage, but... So yeah, our guys are attacking them. Attack the center of their line. Where are my guys? They're way back here. I said move. Okay, so we're in battle. We're attacking. I'm hoping to get in the middle of their unit here. Destroy it. Alright, I'm not very good at this whole general thing. Alright. So how are these guys doing? So they've lost some of these troops, we've lost a few. They've lost a lot in the middle there, from the looks of it. Alright, so attack those guys. Alright. Let's do... let's have you... they got 28, we don't have as many of them. How are we doing? We're losing a lot of guys. But they've lost a lot of guys too. And for some reason their guys on the side aren't doing anything. So good go team. Okay, so those guys are running. Okay, so we're gonna attack these guys. so we're attacking all of these guys. Alright. So then we're gonna get our general in here. And that clattering around there is my roommate making his breakfast. You can hear him clattering around that there. Uh oh, my guys are running. What are these guys doing back here? Alright, so we're doing a good job of kicking these guys' butts. Oh, they're running. Alright, so we're kicking butt, dudes. We're kicking some serious butt. Alright. Where's my victory?
Gods be praised! The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee!
That's some good voice acting right there. You've completed the objectives for this battle. Would you like to continue and hunt the enemy down like the worst animals they are? No, we're going to end the battle, I think. End the battle.
This is a
Wow,
heroic victory, worthy of Roman arms!
Right, so we deployed 336 men, but we killed 275 of theirs. We have 237 men remaining. They had 373, they killed 111, and they only have 98 men remaining. So it's a victory on our part. Roman victory. The desire for safety stands against every great and noble enterprise. Tacitus. Actually, it would be Tacitus, but... So yes, we kicked their butts. Alright. Yeah, victory, yeah. Ooh. Alright, so now we've got some trait increases. So Vibius Julius is now a good commander. He's got +2 to command. And our retinue expands. He's now got a barbarian turncoat. Some men are willing to turn against their own kind for all sorts of reasons. +1 command when fighting against barbarians. So this guy here.
General.
Our goal, remember, is Mediolanium. So we're going to go there.
Prepare for battle.
And besiege them. Alright, so he's going to go in here. He's going to get out of my way, diplomat. Alright, so he's going to do that. So they're going to last 5 turns. We're going to maintain the siege.
Settlement under siege, sir.
Okay, so we're going to go to Iridium. So we've depleted some of our men, right? So let's go ahead and open our training scroll and train some Hastati. We're going to train 4 units of Hastati. They can't train anything yet again. I mean, they can train Town Watch, but I don't care about Town Watches. And these guys can't train any... they guess they can train peasants. In the meantime, we need to keep watching our backs, because these guys may try to regain their strength and attack us. Cities under siege can't train units. So, you look over here, you notice on our map that Apollonia has fallen to the Brutii. Apparently, they were the city of Syracuse is still under siege by the Scipii. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the turn. Alright, so the Gauls haven't decided to attack us, apparently, which is smart on their part. But, on the other hand, it does mean we'll be able to reinforce our guys. End of turn report. We lost a lot of money. Agent found in Gaul. An enemy agent has been found, but he escaped. He should be hunted down and his corpse displayed as an awful warning to the fate of those that awaits all those who plot against good and honest Romans. He says, when considering where his spies are. So the traitor has been constructed in Ariminum. Excellent. We've recruited a new unit of Hastati. And the following factions are now at war with each other. We're all now at war with Gaul. Okay. My big concern is that these guys will try and ambush me from the rear, so I'm going to send 2 units of Hastati up here to join up with Vibius Julius and have him be reinforced. The last thing I want is for the Gauls to attack me from the back. Let's go ahead and take a look at these guys. Alright, Ariminum has constructed the trader, so it's got some new stuff that's open. I'm going to have it construct a militia barracks, because we need to be able to train some dudes. Segesta's still building its stuff. Iridium's still building its stuff. We don't have anything else to do, really. Except that now we've got... keep an eye on these guys over here. We can move into Greece before the Brutii do. We'll have a big advantage over them. I'm going to grab my fleet, and I'm having to have it sail around here. Just so we can see what's on the other side. See if we can discover any cities or settlements or anything. Nothing. Okay, so we're going to end that turn. Alright, so something's going on up there way in the north. The Germans. Well, the Germanians. Alright, end of turn report. Again, we lost some money because we're supporting so many troops. Senate offices assigned. So did we get any offices? Oh, yes. Sweet. So we got the rank of Quaestor, the lowest rank of magistrate usually charged with managing the treasury, and the first meaningful appointment of all men looking for a political career in Rome. Flavius Julius, our guy, has gotten an office in Rome. Sweet. And then Amulius Julius and Ulpia have gotten married. Construction report. We built paved roads in Iridium, and we built a trader in Segesta. So you'll notice that now that instead of having these black lines for roads, we now have gray lines. These are paved roads. Our troops will move around much more quickly on those paved roads. And we recruited another unit of Hastati. Alright, so let's have these guys move up and join in with them. They're going to merge in with that army, increase the strength of that army there. Sweet, so now we've got a pretty much a larger army. You'll notice that even though it's about half full, a lot of these troop units are at like half strength. You can also recruit mercenaries into your army to increase your strength there. So we're building Hastati still. I'm going to open my construction window and see what else we can build in this city. I can build a stables that will allow me to recruit cavalry units, or a practice range that will allow me to recruit archers. I'm going to build a practice range. I think that's a good idea. And they're still building something, and then Segesta can build something else. We can have it build a barracks. Alright, and then these guys are still recruiting Hastati. So let's have the Hastati in this unit come up here. Okay, so Mediolanum should take 4 more turns to fall. So let's take a look at this. Oh, turns until surrender 3. Let's go to our faction scroll, and we want to double check the our Senate missions. Right, so we've got 4 turns to take Mediolanum, so we're okay. It's going to fall in 3 turns. We'll be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and end the turn. A lot of Brutii units moving around there in southern Greece. Okay, so what else is going on? Nothing that we can see so far. Alright. So end of turn report. Again, we're losing money. A lot of money. We need to boost our units by our money by conquering some cities. So diplomatic information. Following factions now. SPQR is now at Rome at war with Carthage, as is the House of Scipii, and the House of Scipii is now allies with Macedon. I love it that they have these individual houses are like making alliances outside of the Senate. The reason that they're now at war is because they're attacking the city of Baium, which is a Carthaginian town. Alright, so let's go on up here to see what we're doing here. Should be 2 turns left. Let's have this guy here.
Imperator.
We're going to have him join with Flavius Julius. I don't think anybody's completed any buildings. So the problem here is that we're spending a lot of money on troop maintenance, which is why we're losing money so much. Once we conquer Mediolanum, we'll be able to defray the cost a little bit of supporting all these troops. And the next target will be, what's that? Pavanium? I think or something like that. Pavadium? Something like that. Batavia. I can't remember. Anyway, we don't have anything else we really want to do because we're kind of running low on funds. So everyone's building something. So let's go ahead and end the turn. The Gauls, we just kicked them in the butt and they didn't come back. They should be moving aggressively to try and relieve the siege, but they're not. End of turn report. Okay, so we made a little money on that turn. Excellent. Because we didn't buy anything. Our construction report. So we built a militia barracks in Ariminum and a barracks in Segesta. Alright, And then we have recruited another unit of Stati. And a diplomatic information. Thrace and Macedon are now at war with each other. The House of Bruttii is now at war with Carthage. And the Gaul and Britannia. Rule Britannia. Are now allies. So we got one more turn on this one. I honestly think that Scipii and Bruttii are spreading themselves too thin, trying to attack so many different factions at once. Let's take a look at our faction thing here. Let's look at diplomacy. But I mean, see, they're at war with 3 other factions, as is the House of Scipii and the Senate. Right? I've not declared war on the Greek cities or on Carthage. I'm only at war with Gaul, which I think is smart on my part. We got one turn on this. Who completed what? So they're finished with. They're still working on that. What else could we build? We could build a stables, practice range, market, blacksmith, sewers, paved roads. Paved roads will improve roads and trade. Let's do the paved roads for them. And then Segesta. The only thing we can build is a wooden palisade, so let's go ahead and build that. We can't build anything right now because the population is too low. I think is the issue here. Is once we build the palisade, we'll be able to expand to a larger city. Don't want to recruit any more troops. We're kind of already at our troop. What we can maximally support. Notice that we're spending almost 500 units from Ariminum, right? 500 things there. Let's go ahead and finish this. Alright. Who are those guys? Alright, so Mediolanum has fallen to us. We want to occupy the settlement. Alright. So they want us to take Salona, which is owned by the rebels, if I remember correctly. They have 10 turns. If we succeed, we'll give them priority for appointment to an office. So Salona is this city right here, which is Illyrian rebels. Okay, so there's some rebels outside this city. They're brigands. So we are successful in taking the city of Mediolanum. We've now been given a unit of Triarii. End of turn report. Again, we made some money. Good. Construction report. Segesta built a walled palisade. Iridium built a practice range. So now if we go over to Iridium, we can see we now have the ability to recruit Valetes, right, which are these spear throwers. And then the following factions are now at war with each other: Britannia and Germania. The following factions have broken their Germania alliance: Germania and Gaul. And the following factions have declared their allies: Gaul, Spain and Carthage have declared a ceasefire. Batavium is the name of that city there. So let's do something here. Let's negotiate a ceasefire with the Gauls. Where's my doodad? Where is my agent at? Agents here. Alright, I want him to go over to here, and I want him to enter diplomatic negotiations. Let's see if we can negotiate a ceasefire, which will allow me to move through their territory with impunity to go over and attack Salona. That's what we want to do. We want to get those. Alright, let's do a ceasefire. Alright. End the fighting. This is a good joke. We see no need to end the fighting between the people just yet. Some of you yet live. Dude, you lost last time. Alright, anyway, so they're not going to let us end it that easily. Alright, so let's do this. How many units do these guys have? Alright, they don't have very many, so let's get rid of these bandits.
Attack!
Alright, bring these guys over. So, I think if I'm correct, we'll be supported, yeah, by the units that are inside Ariminum. I'm not going to fight this battle out because it's just against rebels, but we can just use the automatically resolved battle. Clear victory, we killed 60 of their guys, so excellent. So they'll be defeated.
Victory!
Okay, so we beat those rebels. Yeah, so our goal over here is Salona. Right, we need to get there in 10 turns. That's going to be kind of tricky, because we have to get around these Gauls and then march down the coast of what is today Croatia in order to attack Solana. I'm not looking forward to that, and it means we're also going to have to recruit some more dudes. Our minimum is not, they're content, but they're not like super happy. Let's have these guys go in here and merge into this city here. So that'll improve their loyalty. Since we've, on that note, I'm going to call this an episode. I will see you next time.